What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Pop. Well, you haven't seen me on a video in a hot minute. Been on vacation for like 2 weeks and a half. We just got back from Vegas. Some people said, hey, why didn't you do lives? Why didn't you post videos? Listen, Jessica and I were there to work. We went there as media. Yes, we got to hang out with a couple of our friends. Jessica did have a Jessica day on that Sunday, but if I'd have done videos on a Sunday and that was her day, she'd have kicked my ass. So we busted our butt for 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and just cranked out some footage. Got to get some good cigars and hang out with good friends at the show. I am smoking the new Bosphorus. If you remember, the Bosphorus was on my top 10 list of last year. This is the new one, the Firsat, Firsat. It's a Turkish word when translated to English, means opportunity. The story of Oz Family Cigars, inspired by the real-life journey of Ezen and Jono Osniger. So didn't get a chance to hang out with Tim, though. Didn't get a chance to hang out with John Huber for a few minutes and get caught up with him. Got caught up with Miguel Chodel as well. So I'm really, really enjoying this cigar. I think you're really going to like this cigar. Don't mind the ash. I've dropped it twice. So I'm working here in the lounge. As you can see, my 3D printer is going, and that was really the 3D printer was actually the point of this video. I tell you, if you own a small business, I've said this before. I'm getting tired of working with small businesses. Generally nowadays, if you don't have an HR department, I'm not going to work with you. And that sucks to say that because we support mom and pops. That's what the cigar industry is about, mom and pops. But when it comes to like manufacturing and stuff, mom and pops are the worst out there. I said they overpromise, they underdeliver, or they never deliver. Hence why did I want to spend $1,500 on a 3D printer? No, I didn't. I reached out to one guy. Saw some of his work at a show, and I'm like, bro, I need this, and this done. Can you do this? And he's like, yeah, man, that's easy. Got me some designs. I approved the designs. Ghosted. Gone. I don't know. We kind of agreed on the price, but I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, if prices go up, whatever, I said, just let me know. I said, I'm a businessman. I know that happens, but just ghosted. Reached out to another couple people. And same thing, just ghosting me or like, and I'm like, listen, I'm going to buy my own 3D printer. Just going to buy my own. And I've spent, I'm not a designer. I don't know how CAD CAM, and I don't have time to learn CAD CAM or Mastercam or SolidWorks or anything like this. So I found some people. Fiverr. I got a guy in Bangladesh. Banged out no pun intended, banged out 2 phenomenal projects for me. Took about 5 days for either project, which I really been liking having the 3D printer because he's able to do a project. I print it. Okay, this, and this needs to be changed. Changes it. I print the next day, and we just go back and forth. And 5-6 days later, whatever it is, we've got a working model. Now I can either start printing more of those, or if I found like a print farm to be able to print those out for me. But I think I'm just gonna print them out myself. If they sell well or they go well, I'll buy another printer and then just keep going with that. You're probably wondering what projects I'm working on. Well, one I cannot show you because that is a super secret squirrel project. It's going to be badass. It's nobody has created a cigar rest like this. So I've mentioned that in the past that I was working on a cigar rest. Came out super awesome. Actually brought a couple to the trade show and gave them to the manufacturer that we're going to be working on a cigar that goes with that rest. Going to be super cool. But the other one I can show you. On our website, I don't know if we have them still. We were doing. We had like these little dumpsters, and we did like the stinky car rest on there, and we turned, just using them in ashtrays. I've been using this one forever, but these are super, super expensive. I think I pay like $20 or $22 a piece for this. So when we sell them, we only make a couple of dollars. Trash Panda cigars, so we had to kind of do something with Trash Panda. So I had my own designed. Super, super awesome. The working lids. It does have a cigar rest in it. Now you're probably thinking, Kevin, this is plastic. Won't that melt? Probably eventually, but these are going to be selling cheap enough to where, you know, if you melt this over the course of a year, you just buy another one. But Kevin, what happens if you melt like the thing where the cigar rests on? I don't want to buy a whole new trash can. Well, you don't have to, because I designed it to come out and then slide in, so you can replace these. Then I also wanted that because I'm going to do this one out of a tougher material that should resist the heat and should resist the melting. And then if you do happen to, you know, burn through it, you'll be able to buy another one for like $2 or something, you know. So super cool. So I'm happy with the way that this turned out. I think it's the perfect size. Jessica thinks it's a little small, but she would. But it does hold the cigar. So I have been testing it. Another one, you know, just making sure, you know, what the, make sure it's not going to melt. If anything, I may have to put a half an ounce of epoxy on the bottom, which wouldn't be that much. It'd be 50 cents worth of epoxy, and that would just protect the bottom from melting. I could make the bottom walls a little bit thicker, but they use a little bit more material, and I think the epoxy would be cheaper than making the bottoms thicker, because that only adds material, but it adds runtime as well. I mean, just for this one right here, we're almost 3 hours total of print time, you know, for just one. And now I will be able to, because they do print in pieces. So, but yeah, I'm happy with that. That guy could have had all my business. He could have been making, I mean, because I told him, I said, I want hundreds of these things. And then the other cigar rest thing we're working on, you know, I'm going to start printing those out, hundreds of those. And yeah, it's like a lot of times get super excited and then they just fall off. I get people reaching out to me all the time for projects that they want to have done. And I tell people, I don't have time. I'm not going to say yes. And then you get disappointed when it's a month later and I haven't completed that project yet. And I don't want to be known as that guy, you know, because then you're not going to buy anything else from me. You're going to be pissed off at me. So yeah, if you're a mom and pop, if you can't do the job, just say no. Just say you don't do it. But if you are going to say, or if you do say you can do it, do it. Do the damn job. Even if, like I said, there are times, like I said, I've had prototypes of other stuff made, and it ends up costing me, you know, I don't know, what's the most I've spent? Probably $200 on a single prototype, getting it all right, and that was out of metal. But at the end of the day, we figured out, no, we just couldn't come to terms on getting the cost down for making enough of them, and it was a mutual thing, and it's just like, you move on to the next project. They don't all work out. So, but you got to at least see it through, your project. So, but yeah, gets me irritated sometimes. These little mom and pops, and that's the reason they don't grow. It's the reason they don't grow. Like this guy's got like 3 printers, you know, that I wanted to work with. A couple of guys. One might have been a gal. Was that a gal on this one? I don't know, but whatever. A couple of guys had multiple printers. But then I see these guys on TikTok and YouTube, and you'll see their rooms, and they have hundreds of printers. They know how to do it. They got it going on. You know, those are the successful guys. Those are the guys that said yes to projects at the beginning, that finished projects out and were able to grow and expand. I had enough work for this guy. He probably could have bought 5 printers, you know, with the profit he was going to make for me, and then turned those into profit. But now I have 1 printer, probably going to buy another one, and just keep up with my own work. So, yeah, I'm going to get back to enjoying this Bosphorus Versat. I hope that's how I'm pronouncing the name. And then slowly working my way through all the cool new blends and releases from PCA 2024. Man, you cats and kittens are going to be digging what's coming out this year. So, all right, everybody, peace.